the Te podcast by Penang Institute. Now, when we think about beach holidays, we often picture ourselves strolling along pristine coastlines with white sand and clear turquoise waters. The reality, however, is that we often see washed up trash, especially plastic waste, glass bottles, tires, and I would say occasionally one-sided footwear when we stroll along some of the beaches in Malaysia. But thankfully, it has also become quite common to see Good Samaritans combing the shores during beach cleanup programs. With us on this episode is Fazil Irwan Som, the CEO of Penang Halal International, who also runs a beach cleanup initiative called the Trash Coins Movement at J Beach House in Terengganu. Hello Fazil, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Dr. Bay.
So to give our listeners some context here, tell us how is it that the CEO of Penang Halal International also has a beach cleanup program?
Okay. I guess the question is, why not? Just joking. Anyway, so yes, Penang Halal International, as you know, is a state government agency for the development of the halal business ecosystem in Penang. I guess the question is, the thing here is halal is misconstrued as only having to deal with slaughtering, but actually more than that, the halal concept has to do with anything that is clean, transparent, good governance, and all this. So that's basically the concept of halal that we should be propagating in the country. Incidentally, I guess I have a beach house. I founded and manage a beach house with the family in Kuala Terengganu. Near Kuala Terengganu is in a place called Marang, which is the beach house is actually right in front, kind of right in front Pulau Kapas. So it's like 15 minutes by boat to Pulau Kapas actually. So it's very, very near.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice place. You've not been there yet?
No, I've not, but I should.
Yes. So that's, I guess, the relevance is that the fact that we want to propagate a good lifestyle on cleanliness, because cleanliness, everything halal is not only just about cleanliness,
right,
about food, but it's also about cleanliness and everything else. So hence why we came up with this concept of trash coins movement, basically.
Okay, so why is it called trash coins?
The whole idea is we started in 2018 actually. 2018 when we first started the house. And we realized that the people in the village, because it's not a touristy area, it's not a commercial area, it's not like perhentian or anything.
Okay.
It's a coastal village, so the awareness of cleanliness at the beach is not great, because these are kampung people and all this. So because of that, there's a lot of trash in there, and there have been efforts by the state government to clean up beaches, but they always put like denda, all this denda, or they have some programs, but it's always ad hoc. So what I thought was, if we can actually turn trash into a commodity, then it could be a sustainable venture moving forward. So trash coins is literally trash as a currency in exchange for complimentary or discounted stays at our beach house, or for breakfast as well, complimentary breakfast. For example, in exchange they have to pick up trash lah. So on a daily basis they have to pick up trash, a certain amount, and that's pretty much it lah. So the idea is to incentivize using economic incentives to get people to clean up the beach.
Okay. That's super interesting. I mean, I would totally pick up trash for a free meal or a free stay.
Free stay,
yeah. So, has the program been, how has the program been? Has it been very successful? Your guests, are they usually locals, or are they usually foreigners who would take part in this program?
Well, I have to say, I shouldn't say unfortunately, most of them are foreigners lah. So the
Okay.
foreigners, because we attract the international visitors, we attract international guests to our beach house. So most of them are foreigners, and yes, they pick up a lot of trash. I mean, of course, the complimentary stays and all that is good for them, but for them, they just want to do it in the first place, right? So I think like a month ago or so, we had our recent batch of the Trash Coins movement was a young couple from Brazil with a 5-year-old daughter, a French couple, a Spanish lady, and an Argentinian guy.
Okay.
And all together, they collect like a huge pile of trash from the beach. And this is because after the monsoon, what happens is after the monsoon, there's new trash coming onto shore. So that's why this trash coins movement is something that we have to do quite regularly lah.
Right, and I would imagine that it's probably quite a good educational activity for the children as well.
Very
right?
much, yeah, very much. I mean, for the Brazilian couple, it is a great exposure for their kid, for their daughter to be exposed to the importance of cleaning up the beach. Why is it important? To attract other tourists to come, for example, to enhance the value of the beach around the area, and to increase, basically to enhance tourism in general for the state. And this is important all throughout, right? That we need to inculcate this thing for the next generation of people.
All right. So, but like, what does the local council do about all this trash that is washed up on the beach?
Yeah. So, I guess, I mean, I don't wanna say anything, but I guess they're overwhelmed.
Okay.
They're overwhelmed. I mean, with the limited resources that they have, they're overwhelmed to clean up such a large swath of beach land,
Okay.
and of course, without much focus on tourism facilities, the tourism mindset, that they don't have that urgency to clean up the beach as we would see in tourist attractions, So there's a lot of things that the state government can do, not only in Terengganu, but I think this problem is not only in Terengganu,
Yeah,
but
for sure. Like, I would say that even here in Penang, there's a lot of trash washed
Right.
up on the shore.
Yeah.
Whether it's along Batu Fringhi or any other coastline areas,
Yeah.
right, by the island, or if we are out in the middle of the sea as well, lots
Yeah.
and lots of plastic bottles,
It's
plastic
amazing,
waste
right? The
just
amount of
floating in the sea.
Yeah.
And of course, we know that Pulau Gazumbo, the island off Penang Bridge, has also unfortunately become a natural place where all this trash actually gets
Really?
washed up to.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I would say that we need like a more conscious mindset when it
Yeah.
comes to cleanliness, and with a movement like yours, the Trash Coins movement, I think that would totally encourage people to have better conscience about cleaning up beaches. But like, what differentiates your movement
From
from
the
the other beach cleanup movements? Because I know that there are a lot of programs nowadays, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's also not necessary that you have to differentiate yourself lah, because
true.
the whole idea is to clean up beaches anyway.
So we arrive at this epiphany that any effort, community efforts to clean up beaches is great. It's all great. When we even have punitive measures such as denda, 500 ringgit, whatever.
Yeah.
It helps somewhat, but it's not really effective in that sense, because on the community side, it is an ad hoc thing. It happens when it happens, right?
Right. Okay.
On the denda thing, for some reason it never works. People don't care. People still litter. So this is a huge thing, and we found out that, I mean, the understanding is that we are selfish economic actors. This is the basis of economic theory that is prevalent today, that we act on selfish interests.
Right.
And what is that selfishness that we can satisfy here? Economic incentive,
yeah.
right? So if we give you something immediate that you can enjoy, then you would be much more inclined to actually do it, right? So that's basically what we try to do. So, and we hope that this does not end just at our beach house. So yes, we can give free stays, but we cannot give free stays all the time, lah. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we what we try to do and what we hope to is to get other like service providers, restaurants out there near the beach area to offer the same kind of services. So in the sense that, you know, if you get 3 bags of trash, for me that would be equivalent to a meal, for example. Why not? You know, it just costs what, 6-7 ringgit to clean up the beach, and you can do it. You know, it can be a big campaign, right?
Okay. And how has the take-up been so far with the other service providers?
With the other service providers, to be honest, it's still an education for to still educate them, lah.
Yeah.
Because for them it's business as usual. So on our side, we just need to get more locals to be involved. We have recently met and collaborated with one movement. It's called I can't remember the name now. It's a local movement in Terengganu. So they do like this community beach program thing. So that would be great for us because then we can have a touch point with the local population. And I think that would be great because at the moment we are mostly the international visitors lah. So but for us to make it sustainable, it has to be with the local population as well. So if we can come up with this thing with them and bring in the state government, for example, then we can have a real concerted effort in, I guess, widening the coverage of this idea.
For sure.
Yeah. So so restaurants can be involved. Shops, whatever shops can be involved. You can get discounts, for example. So it really incentivizes everyone to clean up. You know, so it can be even, shall I say, in terms of investment for the state government, it can be much less than if they, employ a huge machinery to clean up everything.
Beaches.
Yeah.
So can I ask, is Che Beach House located at like the tourism belt in Terengganu, or is it slightly off from the main tourist beach area?
So we are very unique.
Okay.
Che Beach House is because we are really nestled right in the middle of a coastal village. So for those who want a pristine experience, just you and nature kind of experience, this is the best.
So this is like a private beach area.
Private beach. Well, yeah. I mean, community. Yeah, it's a village lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the beach is yours lah. Basically, the whole
nice.
strip is yours. But if you want some urban rejuvenation, whatever you want to call it, the town center is just 15 to 20 minutes away.
Okay.
But this is not the main. This is still the mainland lah. But if you want to go to like Pulau Kapas is just 5 minutes away to the jetty, and off you go 15 minutes by boat. So it's very very near to Pulau Kapas. Whereas like Pulau Redang, which is my favorite island, you just have to go to the city center and get the boat from there, the jetty there. So it's basically like a transit hub for all these amazing beaches in Malaysia. I would say the best beaches in Peninsular Malaysia is in the East Coast. I know it's a big statement.
So is it very far from the airport?
From the airport, it's around, I would say, 25 minutes from the airport to our beach house. Yeah, around that. Yeah. So it's quite It's
accessible.
Definitely
accessible.
Very accessible.
And I can just imagine all the seafood that's available.
Okay, talking about seafood. So we have a fresh market, the Marang market.
Okay.
So you can go in the morning. So what people normally do, the people who stay at our beach house, they go to the Marang market, which is 5 minutes away, buy all kinds of fish you want from there, cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, get it ready. Afternoon, they barbecue at our beach house because we have a nice barbecue station where people can enjoy barbecue in the middle of the.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and we certainly don't want to have seafood which may have consumed some plastic waste, right? So hence, very important to have clean beaches and also
Very, very
clean
important.
waters.
Yes.
And yeah, I could totally see how this should be replicated in other parts of Malaysia, not only Malaysia, of course. It should be a global thing, a global mindset even, to keep our beach clean.
Exactly.
After all, what are we? I mean, like human beings on planet Earth, we should be taking care of the resources that we've been blessed with.
Exactly. It is a huge blessing for us, this beautiful thing right in front of us. And it's a waste if we don't take care of it for the next generation and all this. So I think, of course, there's two things. Number one is economic incentive, but of course, the slower but more sustainable one is education. We have to really focus on education, not just education on sciences, whatever, but also in terms of environmental conservation and all this. This is very, very crucial for us moving forward. I want to say that also we also need to, on the higher side of things, we also need to explore different technologies because, like in Sweden, for example. Of course, there are many countries, but Sweden particularly, the biomass energy technology is one of the most important and significant energy sources in the country. So, to put it simply, trash can be used for fuel production, and that's a huge thing. If we can explore ways in which we can convert our trash to energy for the use in the national grid, for example. Yeah, that's a huge thing.
That would be great. I mean, to transform things which we don't want anymore into something economically beneficial.
Beneficial, of value.
Value, that's right.
That would be the next frontier for us, if you ask me. And it has to be economics at the end of the day. I'm a big economic believer. It has to be an economic solution. So just imagine in a situation like that, everyone would want to race to pick up trash because they know that will bring them money.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is exactly what we need to vie for, moving forward. Yeah.
I could totally see how this ties into your main job in Penang Halal International, to basically see the concept of halal not only as, very stereotypical would be the idea of, just non-alcohol, non-pork, but rather to see halal as almost like an ESG standard for everything when it comes to services, logistics, even economics, basically.
True.
Yeah. And to have, places which are clean certainly, fits into the concept of halal.
Yeah, so halal needs a lot of re-education, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Because obviously, number one, we have to really get people to understand that this is a universal thing. It does not only, it's not only for Muslims, it's for non-Muslims as well, because I think every customer wants to have a certain assurance of standard, cleanliness, governance and all this. So we have to look at halal, the halal brand as a brand that actually carries all these assurances. And this is where we need to re-educate the people out there, for both Muslims and non-Muslims, that, for example, you can sell food, is great, but if you want to upgrade yourself to get more quality customers to come, you have to have some assurance of cleanliness and all this. And that's how you actually up your game lah. Upgrade yourself in the food business. So this is what we are trying to educate, especially in Penang. Penang has a huge opportunity with halal, huge opportunity. The fact that Penang has a very strong, E&E sector, has a very strong manufacturing sector. To transfer this to the F&B sector, the halal sector, is not walk in the park, but it's very it's easier than a lot of other states which don't have the same foundations, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wish you all the best with the trash coins movement. But like, is there anything that how would you like to see the movement grow in the future?
Yeah. So for sure, number one is to have a stronger touch point with the local population,
Okay.
because that's how it spreads. And number two, involving the policymakers, the state government,
okay.
for example. That would be for Terengganu. But of course, we're in Malaysia, so we hope that this could be replicated, or a semblance of this concept can be replicated in other states where we can do the same, because we don't have much resources to invest in these things. But this is one of the cheapest way we can do so. So
Indeed, and certainly very altruistic too,
yes, of course, yes.
which is good, which is something we really need more.
We do,
Yeah.
very much. It's a scarce currency these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, at the end of the day, I would like people to have a look at Che Beach House. Che is actually the word for mother in the East Coast.
Okay.
So
Alright.
Che is how they call their mums.
All right.
So it's a motherly beach
Motherly
house.
beach house. Sounds very warm
Che
and
Beach
inviting.
House.
Yeah.
So we're on Instagram, Facebook, and recently TikTok too.
Yes.
So check us out, and you would love it. And it's actually one of the huge destination for weddings. Weddings at the beach.
right.
So we've had a lot of weddings at the beach. So any one of you who's getting hitched and wants to do it at the beach, you found the right people.
Right. So thank you very much, Fazil, for being here with us today. I've been speaking
welcome.
to Fazil Irwan Som, CEO of Penang Halal International, who is also the founder of the Trash Coins movement based in Che Beach House in Terengganu. This is Spill the Tea, a podcast by Penang Institute.
Thank you so much.